y'all, welcome back to another video, Sippin' Tuesday. So I know it's been a long time. It's been probably about 3 to 4 weeks, almost a month, since I post Sippin' Tuesday. But let me tell you what's been going on. So I really haven't been consistent. I had to figure out some things in life. I had to let my job go. I had to do all of this stuff, trying to figure out if this is really what I want to do. So what I'm really going to be talking about today is just when life give you apples, how the heck you going to deal with it? Like, or whatever that saying is. I don't know. But I'm just going to say when like life just throws you just all this crazy mess and you don't know how to deal with it, it is super hard, y'all. It is super hard. Like when unexpected things happen in my life and I'm just like, oh my God, how am I supposed to deal with things like this in my life? Like, how am I supposed to deal with all of this drama, all of these issues? Like, I don't know what to do, and it overwhelms me. It really just, but I'm just gonna say, like, this is how you need to deal with pressure, anxiety. I have a really big issue with anxiety, depression, just bad thoughts. When something doesn't go right for me, I really shut down. It's like I have no hope. It's like everything is just shut down. I can't talk to nobody. I have an attitude. I don't know how to control myself. I really don't know what it is like. But I really think what's really how my anxiety is because really, one, I don't have friends like that to go out with. And the friends I did have, which were in high school, I don't talk to none of them girls no more. I don't conversate my fake me out best friends or whatever. I don't talk to none of them or whatever. No shade, no pun intended. But we all just went our separate ways. And, you know, that's just the way life works. But I really don't have people to vent to. So when you really don't have people to vent to about your issues, about all this other stuff, like, I don't like to put issues on people, but I like to basically talk about my issues. I like to get my point across. I like to, you know, like, to have somebody that's just listening. But when you keep all that, you know, that depression, your whole body shut down, it's like, you gotta learn how to stop doing that. You gotta learn to put your best foot forward. You gotta learn how to realize that sometimes life is just going to be hectic. It's going to be hell sometimes. It's not going to be all like a fairy tale. It's not going to be what you envision these people with that has these fancy cars and all these people who has zillions of dollars. Like, life is not like that. Like, you have to understand that everything isn't going to come as fast as you want it, but you have to work so hard. I mean, so freaking hard to get it. And that's really why I get depressed, because I know my capabilities. And when, like, I know that I can do something, I can prove everybody that I can do something, but it is just like, how am I actually going to get there? And then I always doubt myself and my capabilities, and it's just like, what am I going to do? And that's just when I'm like, oh my God, I can't deal with people today. Another thing is my problem. I stay bottled up like so much. Like, I don't go anywhere. I really don't go anywhere. It's not nobody's fault why I don't go anywhere, but it's just like, I stay at home because it's always been my safe place. It's always been somewhere I could just get all my thoughts out, really. And I don't know, maybe this is a good reason why I have YouTube, because like, it really makes me happy that I could just sit behind a camera and actually talk my feelings out and actually express how I really feel instead of being so mad all the time. But really, it's like an ongoing thing when it comes to my life. I feel like I want to travel, then it's like, well, you don't have $1 billion to go travel to all these places, and I want to get out, but then just like, I don't know what I really want to do. And it's just much because I'm so young, and it's like sometimes I need to like pause for a minute and really make an agenda of what I really want to do in life, instead of like trying to pick up this and this and this and this. And then it's like when I think about it, it's like it all crashes and burns like so quick. But I mean, like I said, this whole YouTube thing, having an outlet, having to deal with all my anxiety, my depression, it gives me something to do. But I'm just gonna say, anybody that's dealing with anxiety, depression, or anything like that, bad thoughts, I'm just gonna say, just take a minute, take a few seconds to think about why you were put here on earth. Why, you know, like, what's your reason for living? Like, think about that before you even express of having, you know, communicate to somebody saying that I don't want to be here, I don't want to live life, like I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. Like, really, please just really think about that, because as a person who has been through that, it's really hard to, you know, want to just get out of that state. But you know what really got me out of the state was that, you know, I invested so much, not so much money, I mean, because all my equipment wasn't a lot of money, but it's like I see all of the feedback that I get off from my videos. Just to even have over 10 people watch my video, it's everything. It means so much to me. It really makes me happy that to see my followers get up, to see that like Instagram that I had for about 2 years, but I wasn't doing YouTube. I done got over a good amount of followers. I have a lot of likes and views on my videos. I'm so thankful. But I'm just gonna say, that's one thing that really keep me going, is really just thinking and really putting my foot forward to something that I really want to do. And another tip is to really just talk to somebody. Find somebody that you really could talk to, like somebody that's really close to you, or that's a friend that you can confide in, and really just get deep down into something, so you don't have to feel like so depressed or have anxiety. Because I'm going to tell you, like, even though you might not think somebody is going through the same thing that you're going through, somebody is actually in the world, or whoever, your friend, your brother, your sister, is probably might be going through the same things that you're going through. Another thing is to actually just listen to music. I really listen to a lot of music. I, you know, listen to music that's going to get me dancing, that's gonna make me happy. I don't listen to sad music. I listen to a lot of hip hop. You know, I put my beats on and, you know, probably like dance in my room and try to get my mind off of things. And yeah, that's really what I do. I really just try to get things that's just gonna get my mind off of it and keep me going. And then sometimes I get to the point where I might, you know, shed a few tears, like boo-hoo or whatever. But that's just what I do, because I feel like when you just hold it in, you hold it in, and it gets so overwhelming, and you feel like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I really supposed to do with life right now? And it's like, all that pressure is just so built up inside of you, and you're like, when is it just gonna erupt? Like, I'm like a ticking time bomb. Like, when is it gonna, you know, when am I gonna cry? Like, when am I actually gonna release all the feelings that I really can't say, or all the things that I'm going through? Like, when am I actually gonna cry about this? Because it's just like, sometimes it'd be so hard to cry, but then sometimes it like eventually come out. What I do is basically pray. I pray a lot I pray sometimes. Like, I'm always that type of person where I don't pray a lot, but when things really get hard, like, I pray. But I realize that I need to pray a little bit more, and I just learned how to cope with reality. I learned how to keep focused and realize that I'm gonna be a better person in the future. Like, I have so much in front of me. I know what I want. I know what I could accomplish. I really seek the values in myself. I make sure that, you know, that opinions that everybody have, sometimes I might take heed to somebody's opinion, but when it comes to my life, I don't take everybody's opinion, because it's like, it's my life. You can't live it for me. That's just my thing. And it's like, even if you've been through the same thing or whatever, that does not mean that I'm going to go through the same things you went in life. You know, I mean, you know, things that you went through, you know, in life or whatever. And, you know, it's always good to take heed, but do not let people make you feel like, you know, a certain way. And that's where depression, anxiety, and bad thoughts really come from. Is sometimes it could be your peers. It can be people that's around you that really just make you upset, piss you off so much to where you just like, it's too much. It's too much to handle. It's too much to take. I can't deal with it. I mean, that's just life. And it's just like, for you to think about, okay, is this really right for me? Is this the thing that I'm going to do to make myself feel better? And lastly, I just want to say, like, anybody who's going through the things that I've been through, and sometimes I still go through it, make sure that if it gets to the point, make sure you seek help. Make sure you know, take that time for yourself. Just cut everything out real quick. Take that time to yourself, examine yourself, and really think about what you need to be doing. How am I going to get better? What I need to do to keep my life moving. And always remember that it's your life and you need to do something with it. Not listen to negativity, not to listen to opinions, not to listen to all this other stuff and really feel bad about something. It could be an insecurity. Like, don't feel bad about yourself or whatever the anxiety is coming from. Like, really stop. Pause. But I'm just gonna say, trouble doesn't last always. Please pray to God that you can get over this situation, that it doesn't get worse. Because I'm going to tell you, being in a deep depression and having anxiety attacks is not a good thing. It really can make you sick mentally. I've been through there. You know, it took a lot of time to really get over what I was going through. It took a lot of, you know, spiritual healing. It took a lot of music to get me back to who I was. And I just want to say to anybody who is suffering from depression, anxiety, or whatever, is that, again, you know, love yourself enough to realize, you know, that you're going to get through it. Take the time to find yourself and know that this is only temporary, and there's always somebody there to help you. You know, sometimes you have to open your mouth and you have to ask and you have to talk, and sometimes maybe just keeping it to yourself and writing it down will help you throughout the process of letting go of depression and the anxiety. And sometimes you have to let it out. So I want to thank you guys for coming back for Sippin' Tuesday. Yes, this is going to be posted on a Saturday because I'm trying to catch up with my other Sippin' Tuesdays. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys loved my setting. Yes, new setting for a little bit. I really appreciate you guys liking and commenting and viewing my videos, and be sure to come back and check for more videos. That will be more constantly. I know I always say it, but I gotta be back on my YouTube game because people always ask, where are you at? So I will be back in probably like a day or so, whatever. But I hope you guys enjoyed and love you guys. If you're tired of being fat, if you're tired of all them rolls, you're tired of all your health issues,